All right, there we are.
All right. All right. Oh yeah.
Those ominous tunes that I see that Brandon in the chat referred to as sounding like Froggo and Heck. That was the Animal Well title screen. I've got it up on my computer right now. I just now exited. The Froggo's Adventure title screen is also a very short title screen loop, but it's like, it's good, but it's very like peppy and happy and video gamey. And I thought that, couldn't sustain, a 9-10 minute pre-stream. But I do want to start with Froggo.
Yeah, let's. I know nothing about this.
I know very little
I
other
didn't
than
even know existed until I saw your thumbnail.
Well, John mentioned it like several weeks ago. He's like, "Oh, hey, this like popped up on my feed and it's $1 on Steam." Actually, I think it was like discounted to like 80 cents or something like that.
Ooh.
I looked earlier today and I believe it's $1. And it looks
So
like
if everybody thinks it looks pretty cool and you have the means to play it, you certainly should plunk down your hard-earned cash for something like this.
Well, I mean, it looks
with passion.
It looks like Kirby's Adventure.
Yeah,
it looks fantastic. The developer has like maybe one other game on Steam. It's like another Froggo game. It's like Froggo Grapple and Swing or something like that. And then they've got like a bunch of other Froggo games on itch.io. So I don't know if Froggo's Adventure is like Froggo hitting the big time,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it looks delightful.
In the big time.
So how's everyone doing?
Well, we're still alive.
We are.
So I guess there's that, right?
We are. You know what I was playing today, capturing for the episode I'm working on? I was playing Quest Brian's Journey, also known as Telltale Monsters Satan's Counterattack.
Wow.
At least that's the translation that Wikipedia gives of the Japanese title. I fed the Japanese through Google Translate, and it gave me the Demon King's Revenge, which is probably more accurate, I guess.
Yeah, but Satan's Counterattack sounds like way better.
Very over the top.
If I saw both of those titles sitting on the shelf, I would absolutely pick Satan's Counterattack.
And you know what? I thought it was kind of good. Like I played like an hour. I like recorded an hour of it running in DMG mode. And like I didn't even realize I've been playing that long. And I was like, I want to keep playing. It's kind of good. It's not really a sequel. I mean, it's basically Quest 64. It's like the same setup, same towns, I looked up like a walkthrough of Quest 64 because it's been a while. And the stuff that I was doing at the beginning of the Game Boy game was the same as the N64 game. And the combat is basically the same, leveling up your elements basically the same. It's kind of good. Same way the Quest 64 is kind of good. I wanted to keep playing.
It just makes you think that almost every game ever should be reassessed.
Yeah.
I mean every poorly reviewed game from when they were new should be reassessed now.
Right. Well, and because so much assessment happens in the context of like, is this worth my hard-earned cash? Is this, one of the few games that, my parents will let me buy a year? Is this like the one I want to spend my time on? Right.
Yeah.
And I think, putting that aside, just the game on its own merits, there's that's the true value of a game in the long term, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So.
And, I think it's clear saying even Superman 64, and yeah, but it doesn't mean that it's like automatically going to be better than it ever was.
No, I mean, Superman 64, you know what? Flying through the rings, it feels pretty good, actually. Like they got
flying through those rings pretty good, actually.
Pretty good. Now, once you get to the levels in between the flying through the ring levels, that's where the real Superman 64 begins. And you'll wish every level was flying through the rings. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
Because those levels, now those are bad. They bad. They ain't good.
So bad.
So bad.
There was $5 Canadian before the stream started from our good friend Tilbtoast.
Yeah, you've been getting a little regular on those pre-stream drops.
Yeah, get in there and drop in like, kind of a discussion starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you have a great stream. Who's everyone's favorite frog character in the game?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it before we even got on here. Like, it's.
I mean, Frog from Chrono Trigger is probably top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of cheating with a name like that, right?
Yeah.
I saw someone mention Malo, which I thought was a pretty good suggestion. The first time I played Mario RPG, I mean, I was 12 when it came out, and I was new to RPGs. I was even new to like story-driven or even just like event-driven games. Like, doing this thing makes it possible so that whatever was blocking you from proceeding goes away. Like, I mostly played very linear platformers before then. So I wasn't like really thinking critically when playing games. And when they told me in Mario RPG Malo was a frog, I mean, video game characters look strange. They often don't really look like what they are. I just accept it as face value. I'm like, that's a sure weird way to draw a frog, but okay, he's a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't overthink it.
Yeah. I see there's a lot of Slippy.
In
there. And I agree, but I mean, I prefer the original Slippy. The one without the child voice. I prefer the
Yeah, I can understand.
The one with the kid voice can just get out of here. As far as I'm concerned. Just get out of here. And there was also $5 from Dad1153 with a good question, and thank you, saying I often watch your YouTube channel while editing videos for my YouTube channel. Doing that right now. What YouTube channels do you watch while editing? I know. Try the answer to this.
I can't. I cannot like even have like music on in the background, podcast. Like maybe if I'm doing something that isn't sound related, like I'm building like video comparisons or something like that.
Right.
Maybe, but it will inevitably slow me down because I'll just like start paying too much attention to the thing I am listening to. And I'll like stop working without even realizing it. Like eventually I'll just be like sitting and staring into space and listening. Like I do not multitask
and then
at
suddenly
all.
It's a week later.
Yeah. I had some game sack on when I was cleaning some games earlier. Cleaning some games, listen to some game sack. I can do that. I usually turn on like Digital Foundry or Game Sack or something else when I'm eating, but editing, no, can't do it.
Yeah. Like a lot of times if it's you got to be listening to audio, then obviously like I can't put anything. I don't know. Like what, like recently, like I don't know if we talked about it recently, but like streaming that is just like channels of stuff. Like I have to put that on the TV. Sometimes if I'm not like really, if I'm like shooting B-roll or something like that, I will do that. But if I have to really listen to the audio, like I can't. Like it's just not something that I'm not sure if anybody really can. You know, you end up missing so much stuff. But if you're just like if you're filming something or like filming B-roll or like I like to listen to music or podcasts more than I will watch anything.
I can do that. I don't do it consistently because it's just not my habit. But sometimes I'm like, yeah, I should have something on in the background while I do this. You know?
Yeah. And a lot of times, like I don't watch like a lot of game stuff, is like at least as much as I used to. Although while working on this tour video, like I've been watching like other people's tours. So,
yeah.
And whose stuff I find like really interesting is he's like one of my favorite like camera gear reviewers is Gerald Undone, and he does this thing called Studios Undone where he goes and he's like checked out different people's like studios, and he like goes through how it runs and everything, and he's gotten to the point where he is like going to like these like really big YouTubers places. Like he went to like Linus Tech Tips studio. He went to the what is it, the one guy from Mythbusters. So Adam
Savage,
yeah, like he went to his to check it out, and it's like really really cool because it's like it's so random. But I highly recommend like watching his Studios Undone series.
Cool. So anyway, Froggo's Adventure. I love how it's got a subtitle: Froggo's Adventure, Verdant Venture.
Yeah,
it's a little awkward, but
what that's about.
So this is 216p, which means it's a 1/5 scale to one for 1080p. It's a 1/5 prescale to 216p. And so unfortunately, because it wouldn't look good on the stream, I'm not saying it to you guys, but
were you always like particularly good with math, like in school?
Oh no. I made D's.
Really? So because
we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
I did good in college math, but high school math I did so bad at.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was mostly a teacher thing, though.
Oh yeah.
They just kind of expected too much or didn't explain things very well. But
yeah, or they didn't know it themselves.
But anyway, I wouldn't. I don't really feel like this is being good at math or anything necessarily, but yeah, so let's check out Froggo's Adventure. I played like a tiny bit of the first level and that's it. Look at this Kirby's Adventure looking thing. It's a usual day in the Verdant Valley until Froggo notices something emerging from the sky.
Oh my gosh, like even like the background and
the border and everything.
Yeah. What if it was just actually suddenly, like all of the Kirby levels?
A witch flew into Froggo's well. It's that darn witch. She must have took something from the well. She must have. Froggo decides to investigate. Thus begins another adventure.
A verdant adventure.
Exactly. I want to make sure that do I have the right range set on the capture card? This looks bright for some reason. It's very bright and colorful.
Right with the voices from our Zach. I mean, Try can probably do it. I have to like physically like contort my body to do it. I have to act it out.
If
Those blacks look right there.
What was that? When I went
Are you set to like, since you're playing us on PC? Are you set to?
Well, the thing is, I have limited range. I checked. Hang on a second. Okay, yeah, that's incorrect because they have black. The title screen was.
Oh yeah, you can see it there. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Well, because here's the thing, I have this. I mean, this is not a powerful PC I'm playing on, so
It can't do.
Well, it can't do Froggo's Adventure. No, it's fine. I just, for some reason, the capture card doesn't automatically, and I think the TV too doesn't automatically detect it correctly when I set to limited range, which I set it to limited range for capture on the Ninja 5.
Yeah.
I was just making sure because, you know, the colors look a lot different on my other monitor versus the TV because of, you know, it's the OLED and I've got Retrode going on the TV and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
Anyway, Froggo.
Let's see. We're gonna
look at this. It's so Kirby. Like everything about the color palette and everything is just Kirby.
Yes, I mean it may as well be a Kirby like fan game. I mean, it probably is.
It probably. I mean, it basically is.
Like that. Maybe that's how I got its start.
Yeah, but there's like some Mario element. Oh, what's that?
Froggo go.
Ooh, I got extra health. But look, it's even got like these like Mario World style like spinning blocks.
Oh yeah.
And Mario spinning coins. You know, spinning coins and slopes are like John Lenneman's like big Game Boy things. Oh, you can
swallow them when you
can swallow them through the wall, huh?
Oh, you can get them through the wall. Oh, you
can swallow enemies like Kirby. I don't know if there's a reason to.
Yeah, I don't think I bet Froggo does not take on powers.
No,
it would be too close to Kirby.
Yeah,
I don't. About that Kirby.
Go get that Kirby.
Yeah, that's my DDD impression. Get that Kirby.
That Kirby.
It's funny because before I would have never thought of that character having an accent like that. Can you shoot your tongue upwards?
No, but I figured it out. I think I just got Chaos Emerald.
Ooh.
But I'm all about this this like can't do a proper yellow aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's I live for that
Master System game.
Oh no. Has Froggo met his end? Oh no, Froggo did meet his end. Froggo got sent back really far.
Yeah. So I finished Stellar Blade for the second time this morning.
Oh yeah, you got
I have like one trophy to get, and I gotta like basically rush the whole game, which is fine. Some people are able to do it in in like maybe 1 or 2.
Really? Because like you're already powerful.
Or in you need to do 2 for sure, but I don't know. Like there's just like one like stupid little thing that it annoys me that it doesn't have multiple save slots.
I mean that's just modern gaming and it's stupid. Why are modern games like that?
Kill the silverfish. Hang on, let me go grab a...
Silverfish are the worst.
They're actually good, though. But not when they're, like, on my stuff.
Well, and they make, like, the worst mess, too, when you get them. Oh, that's what that's for. Oh, I was right by a checkpoint. I see. So Froggo can grapple. Look at all the things Froggo can do. You know, it wasn't intentional. It was just like, okay, I want to play some games I can play on Steam tonight. Since this is a little unusual for us playing on Steam. Ooh, I see. That's cool.
Silverfish will like eat spiders and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
like they're good to have around. I saw this one like climbing like on the wall. I think it was the same one. I saw it on there, but as soon as it decides to come over onto my desk,
it's like, buddy, you screwed up.
Yeah, it's like, I saw you. I could have killed you earlier, but I decided to let you live.
Then you pushed
with
your
me
luck.
In peace and harmony down here, and then I think we're like best buds coming over here. Found out real quick that's not the case.
How does Froggo get up there? How do we do, Froggo? This wasn't intentional at all, but the games I'm playing tonight are characters. Ooh, I bet I know what to do. Oh, Froggo's got. Oh, wait, that's not gonna work. I was gonna say Froggo's got his thinking cap on. Oh no, I was gonna say maybe that thing could pick up the block. Oh, wait. Oh, the block sticks to the wall. Oh. But anyway, I didn't realize. Oops, this wasn't my intent at first, but I'm playing games with characters that are just like a ball shape and feet.
My friend Chris Shaman, who was like in the chat, sent me a message saying that his daughter came up and saw me on the stream and says hi. So if Elle is still there. I'm glad you're checking out the stream. Although you should probably be getting ready for bed at this point. But yeah, so somehow I've like put 70 hours in the Stellar Blade.
Whoa! I gotta remember to have momentum after grappling. I gotta be moving forward.
Yeah, you gotta hold forward while you're doing it. But yeah, I mean, Stellar Blade's like, I don't know, like I put a ton of so much time into it. It's just really, really fun to play. I definitely want to play more stuff like it. But I wonder if I've been spoiled by the speed at which it moved at the same time.
Really?
Like, I don't know if any of the other Souls like move as fast. Like
like when I tried the demo, like I thought it would be a little bit more of a faster paced game because it has like a Devil May Cry Bayonetta look about it.
Right, but
that's
it definitely
deceptive.
Has, yes.
Just like this game is deceptively difficult sometimes.
Okay, so Bloodborne is fast paced.
Nelly, come here, baby. Come here. You come say hi.
Yeah, Bloodborne's fast.
Testing 1 2.
I mean,
I just need to say testing 1 2. Test 1 2. Here she comes. Come here.
Hey, come here. Nelly, come here.
She's like up on the.
Come here.
Yeah, Sandy was really confused when so Coury and I played we played Quest 3 multiplayer last night for the first time.
You play what?
You and I played Quest 3 multiplayer last night.
Yeah.
And
we played some putt golf.
Walkabout golf or walkabout mini golf. It's like the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
But anyway, like you're talking about how Sandy or Nelly. Oh, look at Froggo doing his little Kirby jig. Heck yeah.
It's right there. It's like you ring that bell for whom the
It's the frog for whom the bell tolls.
Yes.
Or the bell for whom the bell for which it tolls for this frog. I don't know.
I'm gonna try this one more time. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2.
Point of advice: watch out
Nelly,
for these spiky creatures.
where are you?
They won't hurt you if you
rolling
lick
over?
them. Oh no!
Let's see if I can get her. Hang on. Nelly, did you?
But yeah, it confuses Sandy a bit when I'm like talking on the. Oh, look at this! Look at Froggo rolling on Acorn. Oh, the Acorn stays with Froggo. Oh, and the Acorn. The Acorn gives me like stomping.
There she is. You got anything to say?
Oh yeah.
Anything to say for yourself?
Oh, look at these Mario World spinny go rounds.
Oh. Bean. There she is. What do you got to say? You gonna say anything? You just wanna sniff it?
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, can I Yoshi off it? Oh, I can Yoshi off the Acorn.
There's something about me saying testing 1 2, test 1 2, that like really makes her go crazy. I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, like Sandy recognizes like the tone of voice I use when I'm talking to people on the phone, and she like really pays attention. So she was like confused when I'm doing that last night, like with this thing on my head, right? When talking to you.
Yeah, there's something about it. I don't know, like if it's just the sound of the voice. I don't know. But you just feel like all riled up. And yes, she got a haircut a week and a half ago, I think. So
you know, I'd only ever taken Sandy to the groomer twice, but the groomer I had taken her to, I wanted to, you know, I wanted to schedule an appointment again, and they were closed, like seemingly for good.
No, I just like laugh.
So I don't know what I'm going to do now.
She has this like face where she looks like she's going like this. Not all the time. You're like, I just want you to put me down. I was like all hyped up, and now you're making me be someplace that I don't want to be. I mean, I'll tolerate it. I can usually get her. Sometimes I'll give her a little kiss on the side of the face, and she'll go. After every time I do it. You can go back upstairs now. But her last name is not. It's not named after Nelly the rapper. Not named after Nelly Furtado. The I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. No. I call her Nelly Bean. AKA Bingus, AKA the Beanome Soldier, AKA Bean Simmons. Oh, recently, and this is like my favorite one, and I can only say it in certain places because most people won't even know who I'm talking about. I sometimes I call her Bean Schwarzer.
I'm not getting it.
If you had played Trails of Cold Steel,
oh well,
then you would know.
It's on my list.
Yeah. Well, the main character in that, his name is Reen Schwarzer. Is Rean. So I call her Bean Schwarzer sometimes. But that's why I also like call her Bean Simmons, after Gene Simmons. I mean, I have like a billion names for her. and Bingus. I don't know where Bingus came from. So, I mean, that's just. I should probably write all these down sometimes. But I do have to sing to her every once in a while. Call her my baby bean. Sing it like.
What is this? Oh.
You gotta say
it's
baby
a double
bean
jump I can take with me.
Cherry pie.
So
is that like a little double jump? Like a single double jump?
Yeah, I can take it with
jump.
I can take it with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this tour video, man, it's gonna be. I have no idea how long it's gonna be. It's it's. I think that I actually had to cut like some like redundant information out of it yesterday. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is. I don't know if it's gonna be like embarrassingly excessive.
I mean, that's what the thing is.
Like, there's only so many ways I can show certain things, and if I don't want to talk about it so long that I'm just like basically showing different angles of the same thing. You know, so just release an unedited version. I have thought about putting together since I have like so much footage of it. I was thinking I could just put together something with like music over it. I mean, that's something I've thought about doing every once in a while. Like, I don't even know if it would be of interest to people, but I think it might be fun to make something where it's just like video game ASMR, where it is like literally just like playing a game or like a variety of games and like point the camera at like a CRT or a TV, and it's just like the ambient noise of doing that, and like have it be like 4 hours long.
I mean, it probably already exists.
I don't know. I didn't find anything that was like exactly that.
You mean it's like? I mean, you're talking about though, like including like the whine of the CRT is like.
I mean, I could do that,
in deep detail. That's gonna limit the age of who's willing to listen to this.
I mean,
Froggo.
I could probably remove that aspect of it.
Froggo.
But I thought about, oh my gosh.
Froggo has blue screened us. How could you, Froggo?
Well.
How could you?
Driver IRQ not less or equal. The old driver IRQL not less or equal crash. Well.
How could you, Froggo? How could you?
You know,
this is why we don't play PC games often.
Yeah. Is that it for that one? Let's move on.
No, I mean, it's only an hour-long game. I have to finish it.
We got $5 from Container 7 saying $5 for blue screen. It happens. What I really wish, when I think no signal, when I see that no signal, I think of, I wish I could have Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones saying no signal. You know, instead of no ticket.
That would be funny. But yeah, we're on PC tonight because we got review codes
like an update for your system. It's like updating your system.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe it's
maybe it wasn't updated to Froggo spec.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe it's updating the IRQL not less or equal.
But we got Steam review codes for Animal Well. So
yeah.
That was That was why I was like, oh, well, what
So
else?
if anybody's played the console version, is there like a preferred one to get? I wonder.
For Animal Well, I mean, it's really good looking, but I feel like it's got to run well on Switch.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the physical Switch version.
Yeah.
Because it's the kind of game that I would like to play it with like the Switch Online controllers.
Yeah, I get that. But it's one of those things that you just never know, right? Because it has like a lot of effects over top of it. Okay, so it's Jonathan Henson played it on Switch. It's only 1080p 60 FPS on all consoles. So I guess then I can.
Whoa! Did
it just show something?
Well, it's just that this background isn't what was on this computer, but whatever.
Oh.
Is Steam updating?
Dude, that desktop is like way too messy.
Well, I don't even care about this computer. Like, so
I know, but man, I
don't even care about this computer.
Even on computers I don't care about, like I have nothing on my desktop unless it's something that I'm like actively using.
Normally I have almost nothing on my desktop, but like I don't care.
Oh, cool. So you can have like different users and stuff on there. Can you access each other, like the other person's library too?
Well, they recently did like a thing where you can like join someone's Steam family. So I don't actually need drums. But at first it wouldn't let us do it.
Does it share you to all, like, does it share all your stuff with him too?
Yeah, there's some limitations though.
Like what?
Like I don't think you can be playing it at the same game at the same time or something like that.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, if you need a third for the family.
Well, but here's the thing, like it actually like checks if you are like, see, it didn't work because it was like, oh, your play history indicates you aren't the same family. So what we did was when we did that Super Bunny Man stream, we did that on Drum's account on my computer here. And then it let me join his family.
Interesting.
But I don't know if like we had to like play, a game on my computer for long enough. I don't know. Like it let him and Lynn, join the family just fine because, their Steam activity comes from the same house.
Yeah. There was $2 from K Creations.
Oh.
And it just says message retracted. So I'm not sure if I don't know exactly what that means, but thank you. It was there and now it's not. So I was telling you yesterday, on Friday, I went to Kings Island on Friday, which is the big amusement park that's here in Cincinnati. And so I'm somebody who does not like going on roller coasters. And so it was like a lot of our group of friends were taking their kids, and neither my wife or I like rides or like roller coasters, especially.
By the way, that checkpoint is what froze the computer before, so we seem to be good.
And
well,
I mean, my wife can't ride them anymore because of the back surgery that she had a long time ago, and a lot of stuff throws her back out of whack. For me, it's just I don't like it. Because I'll say that when I was a kid, I saw a movie called Roller Coaster where the roller coaster goes off the tracks. And there's something about that just has always stuck with me.
Oh.
And like, but
Whoa!
So I wanted to go though because my kids hadn't really been on any roller coasters, so I went with because I didn't want to be a situation where like maybe my son ended up not liking it, and now he has nobody to sit there with, like when everybody else goes on certain roller coasters. But then I ended up liking it. But I went on like one roller coaster with him just to like see if I was gonna like maybe it's time for me to get over my fear, or at least give it another shot, right? Yeah. Just to see how it goes. And it was one of those ones where you like sit in this thing and your legs hang.
Yeah. Those are cool.
I was just like immediately like, nope, I still hate this. Like I hate everything about this. Like I could not get off that thing fast enough. But luckily, both kids liked it, and they can just go on with their friends or with like other parents who like it. And I'm happy to help out, but I'm not going to go on again.
It's so funny that
they liked it.
Well, no, it's so funny that you did that, this past week because, I met up with for dinner with a friend who I'd never met in person before, like only one other, like basically the second internet friend I ever made. Like we're talking like 98, 99.
Yeah.
And we'd never met before, talked a ton in the late 90s, early 2000s, hadn't chatted as much in recent years, but he would reach out like every couple of years, like send me a message on PSN. We played Resident Evil 5 once. And, his reason for being in Charlotte, he was in Charlotte and then also drove to Atlanta. He says he's a big roller coaster junkie, and I guess just tries to see as many roller coasters as he can.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of cool.
And this is a person has visited this streams before.
Yes. So he, he has stayed in the, in my sphere,
Right.
So it was just kind of really cool, like to think just how long ago it was, and how much of an impact I would say just like my online friends have had in general, right?
Oh yeah.
Like there is so much about my life that would be not even remotely the same if not.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. It comes down to a lot of things, but yeah, absolutely. I don't know what the roller coaster was. It was like one of the kids ones, because I just went on.
Oh, it was a kids one.
But it was still pretty involved for being a kids one.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go upside down, but it so all in the kids part of the park, everything is themed after Peanuts, not the not the
comic strip.
Yeah, the comic strip. Yes, because I think it used to be something else. I don't remember what it was before this though. But have you been before? Have you been to Kings Island before?
I've not.
Okay.
Funny enough, long before I met Drummond Xavier in person, long time ago, we were talking about meeting up at Kings Island, because that was when That was when my parents lived in Michigan, so.
Oh, I see.
So it was like
Yeah.
semi-convenient.
Yeah. But I don't know, so one of the things that they're like kind of known for is they have this special flavor of blue ice cream.
Oh.
It's kind of like it's kind of blueberry-ish, but doesn't have like a real kick to it. But if you get it with like a
I don't think a blueberries is having
the blue and vanilla swirl, it's very it's like kind of a creamy blueberry, and it's so good.
Huh.
But before, I think so. Yeah. So First of all, it's saying it was Nickelodeon before Peanuts, and then before that it was Hanna-Barbera. And I think that when it was like the Hanna-Barbera time, it's like that's when they first made this ice cream.
Okay.
And it was like called like Smurf ice cream for a long time.
Was Smurfs done by Hanna-Barbera?
I like for some reason I don't think it was, but maybe it was. I don't know.
I think it like what was the name of that blue dog? I feel like that was Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, Blue Moon ice cream? No, not quite. But I don't think you can get it anywhere else. I don't think it's all soft serve.
Oh, okay.
Which I will pick soft serve like any day of the week.
Really? Over like real scooped ice cream.
Yes.
Like to me, soft serve ice cream is like fake ice cream.
I like it more. If I have a choice, it's not like I dislike the other, but I love soft serve. Like, you know, from like one of the like an ice cream truck that drives around playing like that. That same song.
I don't think of I don't think of soft serve when I think of ice cream trucks.
Soft serve with rainbow sprinkles, like, and that's all I need.
I mean, I think of like McDonald's when I think of soft serve.
Oh, well, I mean, they have that like with like their hot fudge sundaes and stuff. But, you know, like a swirl, like a vanilla and chocolate swirl, like I will take that any day. Yeah, Mr. Softy ice cream truck. Yes, exactly.
I mean, I like soft serve ice cream, but it's like a completely different food than like scooped ice cream. It's like,
I mean, yeah, but
it's not even the same thing.
If you're at an ice cream place and you have a choice, like I'm gonna pick soft serve.
Huh.
And that's like, you know, the Grater's has this flavor. I don't know if I talked about this last week or not. I don't know. I'm getting messed up because we recorded another episode of the podcast and I talked about this. I think on there, which will be out tonight at midnight. We're switching to a bi-weekly schedule for the podcast.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep it together, keep it going as best we can. But Grater's has this really great, like limited time only flavor, which is like strawberry chocolate chip. And it's so interesting because I feel like strawberry is like a type of ice cream that most, like if kids have an option, like they're not going to pick strawberry most of the time.
Right.
You know, if you're having some like Neapolitan, like strawberry is going to be the one that is like leftover. It's going to be the last to be eaten, you know? And I feel as though as I'm getting like older, I like enjoy strawberry ice cream a lot more.
I have a hard time saying no to chocolate, you know? It's like I like strawberry ice cream. I like I like a lot of flavors of a lot of sweets. But look, he's doing his little jig on the acorn. I like a lot of flavors of sweet stuff, but it's when chocolate is an option, it's just so hard for me to not choose chocolate.
Oh, really?
It's just so hard to not choose.
That's so
like I would like to try the other flavors, but I'm just like, yeah, but I'm gonna like chocolate better.
See, it's kind of, I would always pick chocolate back in the day, but now I feel as though I will pick strawberry and vanilla over chocolate. Like, I don't know, like as I've gotten older, I like chocolate less and less. It's such a weird thing, but you know, I don't know. I've just I found myself enjoying vanilla a lot more. Just like a plain vanilla is so good. But with soft serve, you put rainbow sprinkles on it, which are essentially rainbow sprinkles have no taste. It tastes like chemicals, because that's really what it is. But it adds something to the consistency of it that makes it really pleasant to eat.
You know what? I might kind of like is my favorite form of ice cream. I freaking love blizzards.
Yeah,
blizzards are so good.
Yeah, they have those those spoons that connect to the machine, right?
Spoons
Isn't that what
connect to the machine?
Yeah, that's how it mixes it. Or am I thinking of oh, no, Blizzard's from
Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Or is it the McDonald's version?
Are you talking about where the spoon is a straw?
It's not really a straw, but it connects to the machine and it helps
What machine? You
it.
don't get a machine with your Blizzard. I don't understand what you're talking about.
They make it with.
What? I don't look at how they make it.
Okay.
I usually get a drive-through anyway.
Do that, so. Yes. So Video Obsession is saying McDonald's versions of their Blizzards do that. Where the McFlurry, yes, it's a big plastic spoon that snaps into the machine and it swirls it. I don't know. I haven't had a McFlurry in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I had one too.
Because McDonald's machines are always broken. It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
That is the stereotype, and it's true.
And now now they charge a ton more for everything. And I don't know, it seems like it's really expensive. And it's just because they're trying to get everybody to use the app so they can hire employ less people, probably ultimately.
I went to Subway today for the first time in a while.
Ooh, Subway's good though. It's very good.
But my point is, I spent $17.
Oh, and I bet you didn't even get a foot-long churro.
I did not get a foot-long churro. I got a foot-long sub, and
you get a foot-long cookie.
I did not get a foot-long cookie, but I did get. I mean, when you get a combo, you can choose chips and drink, or you can choose 2 cookies. And I'm I don't even chips are good, but I'm not obsessed with chips.
Yeah.
So for the same price, if you get 2 cookies, come on. But I probably would have just taken the sub if I knew I was going to spend $17. I looked at the receipt and I'm like, does this make sense? And it kind of did, but it kind of didn't. I was not expecting to be paying that.
Yeah. You should have got a foot-long cookie, so you could say
you got a foot-long cookie. I mean,
maybe I should. The truth is, though, nobody in this world needs a foot-long cookie in their life.
Well, I mean,
but you don't need it.
Well, are you gonna say no to
enjoyable.
It?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I did because I clearly saw the signs for it. What is it? They have a foot-long cookie
A foot-long churro, a foot-long pretzel, I think.
Right.
Is that what it is? Is it a pretzel?
I don't know.
Because when John was here a month and a half ago, like we went to someplace and he saw that they had that, and like immediately, I mean, anybody who doesn't live in the U.S. sees a sign for that, they're like, oh, typical American excess or something, right?
Right.
It automatically decide that what it says about anybody. I don't know. Typical American awesomeness.
I mean, Subway's like everywhere, but I guess they probably don't have foot-long churros in Germany.
Right.
Man, these crystals smashing together is kind of scary.
But you know, it's true. Like it's a great idea that kind of goes along with what they like, their main food.
Yes.
You know. I wonder if you can get a sub and you can put like. I wonder if you could get a foot-long sub and put the foot-long cookie on the sub.
I mean, of course you could. I don't know if you should.
You shouldn't do that. But
yeah, this climbing this tower definitely makes me think a bit of the tower level that's near the end of Kirby's Adventure.
I feel like this character should be in the next Chubbins sequel.
Heck yeah.
Hopefully there's more of those being made. That like what is it? The third one, like the third Chubbins game.
The real third Chubbins?
Yeah, the real third Chubbins. Like never it's on my wish list and it almost never goes on sale though.
Oh look. I did it.
You beat
Look
the game?
at Froggo dancing on that ball. I bet the next level's the last level. Yeah, look, it's the top of the castle. Gonna be fighting King DDD. Froggo, go. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, the witch. I forgot about the witch. Get out of my building. She probably took nothing from the... This whole adventure is based on the fact that she went in the well, therefore she probably took something from the well. He says, it's that darn witch.
Just real angry about something.
Oh man, Froggo's finished.
Bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. That's just one of those things that if I ever hear like I'm finished, I can't not hear the death music from Kid Icarus. I have not done any more power washing since I guess. Since I decided I was gonna get the platinum trophy in Stellar Blade, and that's like what all of my game time has been. I haven't even gone back to Batman because like in between, so I have like some stuff I'm doing for work, and I have some freelance work, and this tour video. If I have like a little bit of time to play some Stellar Blade in the in the evening, I will. But I've made it a point not to get into anything new until those obligations are handled.
Lately I've been playing a course in Walkabout Mini Golf, and then playing Fallout 4 for the rest of the evening, which I think I'm maybe near the end of that.
Oh wow!
I'm thinking after I finish that, I'm thinking.
I mean, I have no idea how long those kind of games usually are. I mean, they can be.
They can be short. They can be long. You know,
yeah.
It's kind of what you want to make out of it. Like I've played it maybe 30 hours.
Oh wow! Okay. So I mean,
but I think I could be near the end if I want to be.
Yeah.
Which I might want to be. But after I do that, before I get on to like any of my pledge games or anything, I'm thinking about maybe just playing Hellblade 2 on Game Pass, since it's apparently so short. Oh, I did it.
Yeah. It's just like, even though I know that it's on Game Pass, I could like try it. Like part of me is like interested just to see how it looks.
Right, because it's just like so crazy good looking.
But like, I also like don't.
You didn't like the first game. I mean, so it's understandable. I liked the
Yeah.
first one. So I'm just curious. I've looked at very little about it. You know, so.
Yeah. So, video game session. Have you played Lawnmower Simulator? Because I like that is relevant to my interests. Because as much as I like power washing, and I love mowing the lawn, especially when it's just like a 1 hour or maybe an hour and 15-minute excursion.
I knew she didn't take anything. Froggo don't know. Froggo don't know what he wants. Oh, Froggo got a hat. Nice.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Power Wash Simulator is wild. That it has like a story.
Oh, look at this! Oh man, we got
a new level.
We got enemy cast credits.
The L bug.
This is the good and proper, the only really proper way to end a game, I feel, and not enough games do this.
Yeah,
you gotta have the enemy cast roll. Like, come on. That's right. Enemy cast equal top tier game. Yeah, this was like, it was very much like Kirby's Adventure plus Super Mario World, plus a bit of its own thing. Like, it didn't necessarily feel like Kirby. Like, the mechanics very much felt like their own thing. But that's a pleasant little jaunt, I would say.
Yeah. I've grabbed all the free Power Wash Sim DLC, but it doesn't give you more money for the main game. So I've just been once I finish with the campaign, then I'll do that stuff. The only one I did of the free ones so far, I did like the Final Fantasy VII vehicles and the Mars rover.
But before I jump into Animal Well, I feel just because it's here, I need to show you Super Bunny Man.
I want to see you have 430 Steam games? Or does that include Drumble stuff.
Maybe that might. Oh, my TV isn't doing the limited range correctly either. So this game we were asked to play on the Backloggery stream in co-op a few weeks ago, and it was an experience, as you can tell from the title screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have the same impact at all in single player, I can assure you.
Kamal Zamer says, I was edging the lawn after mowing and thought about you guys. If there's a lawn mowing simulator similar to power washing, there must be. There is. And I wonder if in the... I'm going to see if there's a...
So basically, you use the analog stick to adjust yourself. Then you press the jump button, and it's extraordinarily awkward. It is extraordinarily awkward. And there's also carrots that you can bring to the exit. And, you know, you have to acquire enough of these metals, of which the carrot is one, to...
No, I gotta. Well, hang on, I might have to get
So, yeah.
Lawn Mowing Simulator Landmark Edition. Includes the Ancient Britain DLC and Dino Safari DLC.
So trust me, this is I have never laughed this much playing a video game as I did playing this in co-op. Like, is it good? Probably not. But is it a hoot? Oh yes. It's a hoot.
It's a hoot.
It's a hoot and a half.
Is there a PS4?
And man, we came up with some strategies. Let me tell you what. The way that you can like grab the other bunny and you know, like make a human bunny wheel over gaps. You can even like grab each other and jump off of each other and essentially fly very awkwardly.
Yeah, it does seem like Bennett Foddy meets Teletubbies. That's what when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is kind of like getting over it. Which would be a fun stream, by the way.
But yeah, I mean, it's meant to be very awkward. It is a thing. That is for sure. But yeah, I feel like it couldn't nearly have the same luster in single player. Gotta do that couch co-op action.
Yeah. Mowing Simulator. PS4. I want to see if there's a US PS4 version.
Of what?
Of Lawn Mowing Simulator.
Mm.
Because it looks like there's... Oh, here we go.
You know, I was telling you last night that
With this, I can order this one. It says ordering the Lawn Mowing Simulator Landmark Edition, which includes the Ancient Britain DLC and Dino Safaris DLC. And if you order it, it says arrives before Father's Day. just in case, right? It's $20. I mean, and like I wanted the PS4 version, just like it has the free upgrade. Because I don't know, like sometimes like I just don't feel like there's any reason to justify getting a PS5 version, I guess.
what? Oh, what? How am I? Whoa! I don't know.
This review of it said hours of play about Lawn Mowing Simulator. Says my little brother 9 loves this game and was memorized and in another world while playing. He played for hours on end, so that's got to say something. This person says very addictive game, enjoyable, especially if you have OCD. I mean, it sounds. I'm gonna get it.
You know, I feel like you're going to go down a dark path eventually, like because you know when I was in Germany, John and I got Gabelstapler 2, which is a forklift simulator, and I just wanted it because I was in love with the title, Gabelstapler 2.
Got the gobble.
But boy, it's bad. Trust me, it's bad.
Oh. Got the Gabelstapler.
Gabelstapler.
Well,
but anyway, you'll find a bad one eventually. But you know, speaking of Power Wash Simulator, I streamed a bit of it a couple months ago, and you know I have the PS5 version now. I'm like, you know, this is okay, but I don't know. And so I was trying to. I was looking for like there was like a 30% off a bunch of there was 30% off a bunch of games on the Quest 3, and one of them was Power Wash Simulator. I'm like, you know, I bet I would enjoy it maybe a lot more in VR. And it kind of is better in VR, but it's like not really a good version because the frame rate runs at half the refresh rate, and so like everything, like your hand, your head movement is smooth, but like when you physically move, and when you're just like moving your hand around spraying, like it plays well, but it's always jittery looking, and I don't know, it like in some ways it was better, but it was just like annoying to play, just because of like it was always really unsettling looking the way that it would do that, and so I like for the first time ever, I mean, not that I buy digital games very often, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. Like I actually asked for a refund, and I thought I may have played too much because it's analyzed on a case-by-case basis. Like it's not just automatically like if you have had it for less than 14 days and have played less than 2 hours, you get it. I'm alive. Ow.
I think you need to switch to the other game.
Yeah, I should probably switch one out. But anyway, yeah, they actually gave it to me.
Do they have soft serve ice cream simulator? I'd buy that.
I mean, maybe it's part of Job Simulator.
Oh, maybe. Well,
you know,
there's new ones like this came out with Vacation Simulator.
Yeah, I bet there's got to be soft serve ice cream in Vacation Simulator.
Yeah, and that was like one of those free games. That was like free.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Have you?
I have not, but my son tried it. Zane's dad has been member for 40 months.
Oh wow!
And said that Zane asked if next time he sees you both at a convention, if he can ask you to play Super Bunny Man again. Not me. Not me, but
I mean, you know, you might have a good time with this with your son. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
Might also be a really annoying
debating whether or not I want to, like, I'm going to buy Lawn Mowing Simulation, but I also in my cart have the 2001 The Space Odyssey Ultra HD.
Oh yeah.
And also Raiders of the Lost Ark. Ooh. I mean, I know that I could get like the 4 movies for like $60, but I'm kind of just trying to get like the specific ones. Like I would get if it was just like individual, if it was just the 3, that'd be fine. I'm just like wondering if I'm just going to buy them separately. I would buy Alien. I guess the first Alien looks really, really good.
Oh yeah.
And it's like not available right now. But I wonder how many of these will become like harder and harder to find over time.
So this is 216p. and it actually has an amazing scanline setting. I'm going to turn it
It's
off.
like default even, I think.
It's the default, yes. And it looks amazing. It's really, really good. But I'm not going to have it on just for stream visual quality. Where are the controls? Jump, interact. Okay. Jump, interact, move, pause.
Jimmy Schindler's asking if I'm interested in the Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which is the new game from Smogo, who made Sayonara Wild Hearts. Really cool puzzle game, super stylized, and enjoying it a lot so far. I'm super interested in it, and I like had it in the back of my mind. I was like, I might just like get it, and just I'm sure that it will get a physical release like through like I Am 8-Bit probably, and I would buy that anyways. But I've also heard that calling it a puzzle game is like not doing it justice. But the real question is like, how is the music?
I was thinking that I was still unconvinced that the range was correct on the stream, but hang on, I'm going to look at that one. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's just hard for me to see the detail on that LCD monitor. Okay, it's good. Found Clover.
I don't know if I don't think that we'll probably do a dedicated OSSC Pro video, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? When I finish this, my big plan is like, because this tour video is kind of like the last like real big thing, and I have on my list. So I finished this tour video, and then I think we're gonna do in July. We'll have another video that's like a follow-up to like that game collections video, but I'll also in July, I kind of want to do a video, since like the Xbox 360 store is going down at the end of July. I want to do a video like what's on my Xbox 360. And I've already started like capturing some stuff for that here and there. But like after this tour video is done, for me at least, like that is like the like who even knows what I'll get into at that point. Jonathan Hinson with $5 says, I rolled the credits on this game in 28 hours, but I still have not 100%ed it. This will definitely be my game of the year. Nothing else is even close.
I mean, I've been hearing it's amazing from people, including Jonathan Hinson himself.
Yeah.
So that was, normally I would just wait for my physical copy to come, but since there were those review codes, I was like, I'll stream it. I didn't want to stream too much though, because that's why. Oh, okay. Hello. Because it sounds like just like this. It's very much a game built around sense of discovery, maybe somewhat similar to Tunic in that sense.
Yeah.
And, so I didn't want to play maybe too much of it to spoil it for people. Maybe just have more of a little bit of a taste of it, I guess. But apparently, like, it's kind of such that from however people describe it, that you can do things that you don't even know you can do right away, and you just kind of like naturally and intuitively figure it out, or like items will do certain things that you didn't realize that they could do.
I mean, yeah, it certainly got a lot of people talking, and I think that people, when this was first announced, because this is like the first game from Video Game Donkeys, like his publishing.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he made a big deal about it, saying like, like I'm the perfect person to have like to be a game publisher or a game developer because like I know what a good game is. And I think some people,
Well,
I think when he said that,
don't a
said,
lot of people know what a good game is?
I mean, I don't like, but that's the thing. Like, I think that people thought that it came off as being like very like arrogant at the time, but then this came out and it's kind of like, yeah, I guess you can, guess he was like right, at least when it came to this, right?
But he didn't develop this. He just like
funded it.
Funded it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, like Regan is saying, I appreciate what Donkey is trying to do with this publishing company, but his announcement video really rubbed me wrong. And I think that's the thing, you know. Like, I think it just.
I mean, I
got people annoyed at first, but then it ends up being like, hey, this is really good.
The announcement of this game or the announcement of Big Mode?
Well, the announcement of Big Mode and this was like the same video.
Oh, okay.
Because he said our first game is going to be Animal Well.
Okay, well, and
then it just like, you didn't hear anything about it, and then suddenly it came out.
Right. Okay, there's the inventory. Yeah, and then people were talking how amazing it is. Well, I don't remember if I saw that video or not, but like, I mean, isn't like his whole shtick being kind of annoying?
I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I don't know if annoying is the word.
I mean, I haven't watched one of his videos in a long time, but I don't feel
annoying
like
is probably not the word,
funny.
But like
I thought before.
I mean, his videos are for a particular sense of humor, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's my sense of humor. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I've definitely laughed at things in his videos, but I've not seen very many of them.
All right, I'm buying Lawn Mowing Simulator Landmark Edition.
Oh man.
Landmark Edition.
I mean, I don't know, like
4K UHD and 2001: A Space Odyssey 4K Ultra HD.
Like I don't know, like Power Wash Simulator, just like.
I'm telling you should try it with the motion controls. If that's what...
and I will, but
I felt like I almost had to think about it too hard when using motion control. Like you have to be too involved. Like the thing I like to do, because there's like different ways you can like toggle different ways to aim. And when you get more powerful washers, like I just like to move back and forth, like slowly doing it. I feel like putting putting motion controls is making it more nuanced than it needs to be.
I mean, it felt very stiff to me playing without motion controls. It just felt like it needed something more. But even still, like even aside from that, like I just can't shake this feeling that it's like I'm having no fun at all.
Like, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like I think that it's for specific people. It just like tickles like part of your brain that is like not a lot of people have that, but a lot of people do. Yeah, but I mean, it's just like that same like it's just like why I like to mow and I like to go around in a big circle and slowly make it smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where it comes from, but like it's not. It doesn't fill me with the satisfaction I feel it should.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's just I think it's probably different for every person.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I want to give it another try.
I quite enjoyed like just sitting in the living room and playing that. Like not even down here, but like in the living room. I'm not even in the camera. Sorry. I don't know. Like it was just really nice to play it in the living room while like other people do stuff. Ringboard says it's relaxing, but it also feels as work.
it's such
and video game sessions is definitely satisfying. I don't even power wash in real life.
It's a very it's I don't know, it's strange, like it, there's not nothing there for me, but I don't,
it's really
like it creates a sense of guilt almost playing it, in the sense of like it feels
so you could be playing something that's like more like I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like
you're falling into a trap by like thinking about it like that, though. Because
it just feels like a waste of time in a way that like playing games that I find to be fun does not feel like.
Yeah. I mean, like but you know what? It's possible to like both. I see Regan is saying that find stuff like unpacking more satisfying, a little more to think about than power wash. Absolutely. Like I'm not like unpacking is a vastly superior game. But like they both. So one day you might just feel like doing that. Like if you just some days you don't feel like doing anything that benefits your life at all. And that's when you play Power Wash Simulator. It is not it does not benefit your life in any way.
I mean,
it's like doing work but with like no like tangible benefit to it. And that's okay.
I guess.
My life and doing nothing that benefits my life at all. Yeah.
I mean,
it's like it's sometimes like it's just like sometimes you just like what you like.
And and you don't have to justify.
It's okay if I enjoy this.
When I like can't explain like why I like something. Like I for whatever reason, I always think of Solid Snake. When is it Naomi that is like trying to get him to like, she's like you have no logical reason to do this, and he's like, I don't need a reason to save Meryl. I always think of that when I just like can't explain why I like a game. I'm like, well, you know what? It's okay. I don't need a reason.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, this
Bitrose says, can't a man enjoy washing things with high pressure water spray?
This is spooky.
It does not benefit your life at all. You're really selling us on Power Wash. I don't need to sell anybody on it. But I think the whole thing is
chasing me through other screens.
If you try it and you like it,
it's spooky.
Then that's actually that's cool. But it's like there's no. It's okay if you don't like it.
Oh,
or if you don't like want to. Like it's just not for you. Oh, for love of the game with $10 with a great comment. Thank you.
Oh.
Saying games are about two things: introducing chaos to a stable system or creating order out of chaos. GTA is creating chaos. Unpacking is creating order. Katamari Damacy is the two theories rolled into one.
Deep.
Yes.
Deep thoughts. I can't argue with that. I mean, I think you're absolutely right. Like, games that lean into one or the other are often the best games. You know, that's why I think that's why I think GoldenEye is still such an amazing game, because the level itself is that stable system, right? And you are the agent of chaos. If you just don't move from the starting point at a GoldenEye level like that, the enemies are just doing what they do, you know, and it'll never change until you do something to disturb that order. And I feel like there are, you know, that's something that too few games are really willing to embrace on that level. And I think that's why GoldenEye is still a great game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice when games kind of give you that freedom to do that too, you know? And it's kind of cool that game gave you that.
Yeah, and that's why it took many years for me to appreciate just how brilliant Time Splitters 2 is. Because at the time, like, it hadn't been that long since GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and stuff like that. And really, GoldenEye, I would say, leans into those concepts harder than Perfect Dark does. And it hadn't been that long, and then, you know, just the amount of time that passed, and then you realize, like, oh my gosh, they don't make games like this anymore. That was when I really realized that Time Splitters 2 was a lot more brilliant than I originally gave it credit for. And when I also realized that Future Perfect, excellent as it is, and it is excellent, is a more different game than I had really realized at the time.
Wait, what is?
Time Splitters.
Future
Perfect. Like, it's, you know, it follows much. It skews much closer to the Halo formula.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the time, it didn't click just how different that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it took just more and more years of distance away from, you know, games like Time Splitters 2, games like GoldenEye, for me to realize, like, oh, this really was a totally different beast, and that's why I liked it so much.
You know, there was some talk earlier about that Astrobot game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looks great. It looks great, but I mean, that is like the final nail in the coffin, I think, for PSVR 2.
Well, yeah.
And yes, like they're saying, oh, we're gonna make it maybe usable on a PC. Like, that's good.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, that. It's like I'm excited about just a Astrobot, like a pure platformer that is not tethered to a device like the PSVR. Like, I'm just excited to see what they can do, what they come up with. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think is exciting. You know, like, I just kind of skimmed through the rest of the state of play, because I actually had it up on my phone, and then I forgot about it. I ate dinner and I came back. It's like, oh, it's like 20 minutes in, and like,
it was bad.
I saw that. Like, I just like I didn't even watch anything about that. Everyone's like talking about that Concord game, like how.
Oh, it was the worst start to a presentation like that in a long time. It was such.
I just didn't even watch. Like, I just like skipped through it. I was like, I didn't like.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was wise.
I could just say like the one, like, it has like a guy who has like green skin. That's all I can tell you about the game. I didn't really even know what kind of game it was. I just
we didn't know that
didn't
either until it like got going. But they're like, oh, like look at the fun time space rogues you're going to be playing as in this game, and we didn't know what the game was yet. But
right,
yeah, it was definitely an annoying start to the show. I mean, people are always like, you know, like, oh, this show was so bad. I mean, every Nintendo Direct, every State of Play, you know, it's always that. You know, so I don't like taking that attitude, but it was not great, I thought.
Yeah. From what I like, also what I didn't really pay attention to like what people were angry about, but I think the people like are not happy with like the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Well, they'll never be, because Silent Hill 2 is held in pretty sacred regard.
Yeah. Are they just like they don't like the character design, or does?
Well, I mean,
like the redesign of the characters?
People are very hung up on how you know, so deep and mature. Silent Hill 2's, you know, the subtext of its plot is, and also people. Not that I've really played through any of their games, but people just don't like Blooper Team. Like they say, like, oh, they just don't understand horror and stuff, and like I've played like a tiny bit of the medium, and that's it. So you know, I don't know enough to judge them or whether to judge them or give them a pass. I'm keeping an open mind about though. Like I like Silent Hill 1 by far the best.
Mm-hmm.
Of what I've played. I've played 1, 2, and 3. And
so people are mad about like the character models. They just
I mean they just I think the character designs, I saw some comparisons, like they're quite different from the original. Although I saw some people saying like they didn't realize that one of the characters was supposed to be 19. They always thought she was like 40 or something. And then like the new character design, you know, makes her look like a teenager, right?
Yeah.
So she looks very different, but you know, I guess arguably the design makes more sense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a particular opinion because like Silent Hill 2 was very good, but it's just nothing that special to me. I like the first one. I liked the first one better. You know, it's just, you know, so I am very personally very open to the remake, but it's going to be no matter how good it is or is not, like it's going to be poorly received. Is how it seems.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just interesting because, you know, Silent Hill 2, I've never played it, and it's on my pledge list for the year.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean, it wasn't intentional that it was like going to be the same year as this remake.
Yeah, but it seems like, I mean, I would say just because of how passionate people are about it, it's very much worth playing the original version.
Yeah.
So I would, you know, I think you should stick to that plan.
And apparently, I didn't know if there was like I think there was a trailer for like the new movie that's coming out.
Oh, okay. I didn't see
the Return to Silent Hill movie.
I mean, it's from the same director as the first one, which you really like that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good.
That say that one's actually really good. Yeah,
but I'm not really sure what that guy has done since.
Yeah, I don't know.
We played rescue mission, Astrobot rescue mission.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
I mean, that was really, that was like kind of both of our introduction to VR, really.
Yeah. I don't know, though. I mean, maybe it'll surprise people. I mean, that would be nice if the Silent Hill 2, like, it surprises people that are really crazy about the remake. You know, like, hopefully they'll be pleasantly surprised. It's such a hard thing, and it's like, almost makes you wonder why they even bother. But they're clearly doing it because they saw how much success Capcom has had with Resident Evil.
Right. They should have remade the first one first. I don't know why they didn't. I mean, I guess maybe because
like 2 is like the fan favorite, right?
Kind of considered a remake of it. It's kind of its own game too, though. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
See, I don't think Kayla Gamer says it seems like kind of a stretch going all in on Astro full length. I don't think so at all.
No. Like y'all, like Team Asobi is like they're like the closest thing to, like, you know, what used to be called Nintendo EAD. I forget what the term is now, but like they are so good. I get, like, maybe people feeling like Astrobot seems like kind of like a generic character or something, but like the games come together so beautifully. They have that just like, oh wow factor that comes from what you are doing and how you are exploring the world and how you are making discoveries, where the joy of it is purely built through gameplay, and it's not, you know, it's not about the strength of the character or the strength of the PlayStation references or anything like that. It's pure gameplay goodness. And I'm so excited for that. I mean, it is, you know, when you do consider the references, though, it is extremely, you know, antithetical to, you know, what Sony is generally doing these days, right? You know, it's what Sony is missing.
And I think that, like, the response to this has probably been, like, hopefully that's like a wake up call, saying,
right?
Like,
the fact that the Concord got a terrible reception. And, you know, Astrobot, hopefully they realize, like, maybe we, shouldn't have closed our Japan studio. You know, I think it will be easy enough for them to rebuild, you know, basically just like turn Team Asobi into a multi-studio system. I mean, to be honest, I don't fully know the extent to which Japan Studio was really a developer, especially in more recent years. Like, you know, for example, you know, Japan Studio gets credit for Demon Souls, but ultimately it was it was a From Software game. You know, I think a lot of their games kind of get
lumped in with, like,
they produce, producers. Not to say that's all that they are, though, because, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, the Ape Escape development, that was all like in-house Japan Studio stuff like that. But I don't. I don't really know a lot about, like, what their teams and structures were at Japan Studio, but, you know, it definitely, you know, felt like it was definitely a bad move that, you know, made people, you know, very unhappy. what they did, closing that. And hopefully people see, like, people just, they just want.
Oh, is Astrobat going to be a $70 game? I mean, I assume that it.
That's the criticism. Like, people don't think that they can make it worth $70, and that, to me, that's sad, because it suggests just like an unwillingness to accept something other than, like, the most AAA, realism pushing thing is, he said it was going to be like 80 levels or something like that. Like, it sounds like, I don't think they announced it was for sure what the price was going to be, but people were like, oh, like, it'll be a great game if it's $30. And, I don't, I think, not that I want to be like an expensive game or anything, but like, I would like, I guess, to see, someone other than Nintendo treat a game like that as being worth something,
Yes.
Like, I don't want them to perpetuate this attitude that a game like that is not worth something.
Right.
It is absolutely worth something, and it has value, and I've heard people talk a lot about how I somehow worked all my way back to the beginning. Can I do something over here now? Oh, I lit a candle and okay.
Retro Morgan's asking what my opinion is, or my thoughts on Scream, the original Scream from 1996. It's been a very long time since I've seen it, but I think the first and second one are very good. I didn't really care for the third one that much, but I also thought that the fourth one was good. I have not seen the two most recent ones.
I mean, I've generally liked all of them. I think, as far as the slasher genre goes, like, it's possibly the most consistent.
Yeah, and well, another big thing for with Scream, the first one especially, is like that came out at like the perfect time for me. It came out when I was a senior in high school, which was like the timing of that was perfect.
Yeah,
I guess, and that's probably a big reason. But I love the first one, the second one, and I really like the fourth one. I saw the fourth one in the theater on opening night. My wife and I went, and we just like had the best time. It was like before we had kids, and it was just like we went out for margaritas before, and then saw that on opening night, and it was a really good time.
I mean, it's the new ones are good. I've seen the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that they're good. A friend of mine, like my upstairs neighbor, when I lived in New York, did the storyboards for those movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the two new ones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The most recent one takes place in New York.
Yeah, which is kind of a weird decision. I mean, I don't know if they know what's going on now, because like they're not gonna be able to follow like any of these characters anymore. Because they like fired like the one girl for like making like comments on social media. Like, and then other people like ended up quitting, I think, because of that, because it was silly and dumb for them to have done that.
Well, I think like after the second most recent movie, I think the lady that plays Sydney said that she wasn't gonna.
Well, she was not in the new one.
No, that's right, she wasn't. So like, but I wonder if.
But she's coming back with this new one because like they lost like their two main people. It's dumb, and I hopefully Neve Campbell got paid like a ton of money to do that, because after the way that they didn't have her in the last one was.
Well, I don't know if it was her decision or not, but I mean I don't.
Oh no, I mean I don't think it was. I think that they. I wonder if they like either didn't offer like the last one for her to be in it, or they like offered her like a ridiculously low amount of money. Okay, so Rush Morgan say they lowballed her, which I understand that, but hopefully she is making like a ton more for doing this next one, because I mean, she was definitely like in a power position at this point to be able to be like, listen, after everything that happened last time, you know, and obviously like they're desperate. So I don't know. I will say that the way that this like next one seems to be going, and the way that like it's not going to continue on from like the last two very much, makes me less interested in checking out like the last two. Well, like I would be kind of okay. Like in my mind, it's okay if it ends with 4. Okay.
Well, it did for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it technically did, because, you know, like those, you know, Wes Craven did 4, and you know, okay, like after doing the other ones.
Oh, okay, I did that.
So it makes sense, right?
I think my overarching goal for right now is to light like how was it? It was 6 candles or 9 candles or something.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure that the chat will chime in when I mention this. You have access to Apple TV, right? Like through my account, I'm pretty sure you can.
I do. I've not used it very much though.
So I feel like it's completely outside of your, like the kind of things that you like, but I think that you might enjoy it because it's kind of like a weird premise. It's a show called Severance.
Okay.
It came out like back in 2021. And you know, like I tried to watch it before, and I like I watched the first episode, and then I fell asleep during the second one. I'm like, I don't know if I really like this. And then, you know, I waited a couple of years, and then I decided like I'm gonna give it another shot, and I just thought it was great. It was really, really good. And it's almost like the first 2 episodes is like intentionally like slow to make you feel like it's like almost like you're like in this almost dreamlike state, I guess, when you're watching it.
Okay.
It's such a weird thing, and it's especially interesting because it's very clear to me now that it and Control have like they share a lot of influences.
Interesting.
Because it uses like that as like the brutalistic architecture, which is what is in Control, like where everything kind of like is like big and blocky kind of. But yeah, I mean the show, it's like such a interesting premise that it's really difficult to explain what the premise is. But it's like about people who work for this company, and when they go to work, there's a chip in their head that makes them go unconscious, and essentially another personality exists in its place while they're in this building.
Okay.
And so these people don't know anything about each other. Like the same versions of these 2 personalities don't know that they don't know anything about each other.
Right.
And essentially like the personality that takes over when they're inside at work, like is essentially trapped there. Like trapped in this building. and they don't even know exactly what they're doing for work, it's like it's really hard to understand or to like explain it.
Makes sense. I get what you...
But it's the first two are slow, and then the third one it's like, oh, now I'm kind of like hooked into this. But yeah, I mean, I watched it like throughout this last week.
Oh, okay, so this is real recent.
Yeah, it's like the season is like 9 episodes, and I know that they're making a second season. But I think it's been like delayed a bunch, and it has like there's a lot of effects, I guess, that they have to do. But they're like invisible effects, like you don't quite notice it, but there's a lot of them.
That kind of reminds me of a movie that I thought was kind of interesting. What was it called? I think it was a Netflix movie. I can't remember. It was like about I forget. I think it was like, I guess it was like 7. It's like almost the opposite. Like it was like these 7 identical twin ladies that they. I think it was like a future society or something that was like only allowed like one child to exist or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like their father like raised them all to like go out each one, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called. But like each one like went out like on a different day. So like they had to like know like, okay, like this person at work like is expecting this thing or something like that. So it was like kind of the opposite version where like one person had to be filled in on like the details they didn't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting. It had Willem Dafoe in it. I can't remember what it was called though.
Jonathan Hinson is saying there's a particular tool or item that you need to better help you traverse the well.
I mean, I do understand
a double
that,
jump.
That
imagine making a game like this and not having a double jump in it. I think that would be the gutsiest thing.
You know what's kind of funny is I went like a surprisingly long time without like experiencing the concept of a double jump. Like,
well, they used to like not be that big of a deal, or not that used to be like in every single thing.
Right now, it's in like everything, but I remember it like there's still like quite a few like 16-bit games that have a double jump. It wasn't a standard thing, but you know they exist. Yeah. But I feel like I somehow never came across double jumps until maybe.
So there is no so.
Did Symphony of the
apparently
Night
there
have
is
a
no
double
double
jump?
jump in this. I don't think that there's double jump in this. I mean that's like I'm guessing is the case.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean it's not really about like action per se.
Yeah, so double jumps like Sunsoft Batman, Shinobi 3, and Revenge of Shinobi Vex are really good. Like when you can only do the double jump at the peak of your jump.
Yeah, that's always.
And even then, it's like you only get like a teeny tiny little bit of extra height.
Mm-hmm.
So, a video game obsession just started. A Tunic on PS5. I hate to admit it, but I'm lost on what to do next. I don't have the patience I used to have with the NES Zelda games. So, when I played through almost all of it without looking anything up. It was only at the end when you have to kind of get these things to like get a like the real ending or something like that, is when I started to look things up. But if you don't know what to do, just like take a closer look at the in-game manual. A lot of times I'll be like, oh wait, and you just kind of see something that you'll say like, oh, I've seen that before. I think I understand what they're trying to tell me. Like I think that is very much part of the experience, though. Like, you know, you're saying I don't understand the cryptic stuff. I'm not that bright, but that's like I think that part of the experience is just being able to like look at that manual and try to just like see what you can figure out, I guess, based on that. I think that you might be surprised, like that the information you were looking for might be there, like might be like right in front of you. I mean, after a while, it becomes really difficult to like at the end, it becomes pretty difficult. And if the game is like, if you think it's pretty hard, I recommend putting like I think the newer versions, or like I guess they added an easy mode for it, because some of the fighting, like the combat, is pretty tough. I mean, it's, you know, kind of like all these other games. But just like, yeah, look through the manual and you might say like, oh my gosh, like I never noticed this thing before, but I've seen like this symbol someplace, and I kind of understand what it's trying to tell me. I don't know exactly what it's trying to tell me, but I'm gonna have an idea and I'm gonna try it, and then it ends up being what it's trying to tell you. It's very fulfilling to figure that stuff out. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, Bitrose says I have my little nitpicks with Tunic, but overall it's still a damn near perfect at what it's perfect doing what it's doing. And that's true. I think the only thing I didn't like, and like this is just me, but I don't, when you're like in the end game portion of it and you have to spend a lot of time looking for stuff, it changes all like the overworld music to just like the sound of wind blowing, and I hate it when that kind of stuff happens. It's kind of like when, like, looking back, how much I hated when in Final Fantasy 3 or 6, when you had this great overworld music, and then it becomes the world of ruin, and then the music is just like the wind blowing, and then it has like a little bit of music in there. Makes you really miss like the good overworld music. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the world of ruin like starts off with like that windy stuff.
Right, but I'm saying like that was.
But they build like up to when you get like proper overworld music though. Like it's a great moment when you get.
Well, but that's right.
It's a great moment like when that finally comes back. Like you're like.
And I think I would have liked it if like music had come back into the overworld.
Well, it does.
No, I'm talking about in Tunic.
Oh. Man, when you die, like it sends you really far back to like I swear like I'm like using these telephones.
Yeah, well, and I guess Final Fantasy 7 did it also. You know, once Meteor Summon is like has a, and I don't like. I wish they had something else.
Well, at least you got the high wind music.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so this thing is on this side is awake now too.
Yeah, exactly. Going from the end state into the end credits and you never have that good overworld music again. It's true because like the overworld music is so good in Tunic that it feels
like you're being punished for making progress.
in a weird way, yeah. I mean, if it came back like when you were sufficiently like powered up or something like that, I would be like, oh, that works well, but it never does that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it sucks when a game has really good music and then they remove that music and never bring it back. or never just replace that music with the sound effect and never bring it back.
You know what's always like a weird a weird nitpick of mine is when this like the actual soundtrack CD has the sound effects like from the area, like Chrono Trigger does this where it's like, you know, it's got like the wind blowing is like part of the soundtrack. Like you can't just have the music without the sound effects.
Yeah.
That always annoys me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff either. And it makes me think of like I always hate like when music videos have like this part in the middle of the song where the sound goes down and there's like a bunch of talking and plot.
Oh my gosh.
It's like in music videos. It's kind of stuff annoys me. What? Oh, a Slinky?
I've never seen a Slinky be like, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never seen a game actually use a Slinky. That's fantastic. Look at that. You can just like reset it from where you are at any point. Look at that. Like,
you have to pick it up though. You got to
No, you don't have to pick it up. Like I can go to it and pick it up. Like, because
you've never seen a game with a Slinky acting like a Slinky.
like I mean, you know, they'll use like Slinkies as enemies, but like I've never seen it. Like that's just such a great idea. Like I can't, like I've seen that and I'm like, why did it take like you know, not to take away from the brilliance of it, but like sometimes you see like a new idea and you're like, wow, that is so obvious. Why has nothing ever done that before? You know?
Yeah.
I kind of love that. That's awesome. What a great idea.
So how could you tell that this game was 216p? Or did you read about it someplace?
Because it's easy. It's like, it's not as complicated as you think. You just bring up the RetroTink menu. You identify something that's like a clearly repeating pattern, like some dithering or something. And you just do the pre-scaling until nothing is missing. Or nothing is uneven. You just, and then it's like, oh, there it is. It's, you know, it's not doing, you know, math like you think it is.
Okay, well, and they're really
well, actually, this is 180p. Froggo was 116 or
216. So this is 180.
And now that one I actually took a screenshot of and took into Photoshop, checked what the height was, and then divided by 2 until I got to a recognizable number, because when I first booted it up, like it was uneven when it was in 1080p, and it was uneven in 720p, and I'm like, okay, what is this? And I think it was just because I booted it when the computer was set to 720p, and then it like was weird after I already had the game booted, and then set the computer to 1080p. I had to quit the game for it to work correctly. So, but I could have figured it out if I had booted the game with my desktop set to 1080p to begin with.
Well, I guess I should. Yeah, I should figure out how to do that more often.
I mean, just do it. It's not hard. I mean, you know, if it's going to work, you know, it's easy to do on the Switch where, like, if it's going to work, you know, it'll be 720p or 1080p. And, you know, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. But now on Switch, I've run into very rare cases. It's uncommon, but you might need to boot the game in the correct mode or else it won't like respond correctly to the resolution change. But usually it does. Usually it's totally fine.
Okay, so maybe that's that one issue that I had with the Blazing Chrome or something like that on Switch.
Oh,
where it's like letterboxing stuff.
Oh,
I don't recall if I changed that.
For downscaling?
I feel like a patch came out for it like after I made that video and it fixed it.
So in Blazing Chrome, what was funny was when I was like doing the RetroTink video and was like trying to figure out like the prescale values. It actually has like a weird, it has like one scan line that's off, but it still prescales. When you prescale, that one scan line that's off is fixed. And same thing with Curse of the Moon 2.
Where what happens?
Curse of the Moon 2 has Curse of the Moon 2 has a like one scan line is like uneven. Just one. But when you prescale it, it's fixed.
Yeah.
At least the Switch version does. It's dumb.
I gotta run to the bathroom. I will be right back. I'm gonna fill up my water too. Be right back.
You know, I don't love the idea of going to the bathroom and filling up your water.
Yeah.
Make sure you do those as two separate steps, please. What's up with the one scale line? Well, you only really notice it when like the screen is scrolling vertically. Like you'll see like one line that shimmers, which isn't very often, you know, for Curse of the Moon 2 to be scrolling vertically. But funny enough, you know, you can fix it though. I just noticed that when you let off the slinky, like your character has a little exclamation mark above his head. Like, woo! I am enamored with this slinky idea. Like, what an awesome Metroidvania tool. I never would have thought of it. So cool. Can you? Okay, you can use the bumpers to change weapons. I don't know if scaring that hummingbird does anything. Is that a bear face? What? That bear's eyes is lit up. When I get close, I don't trust that bear face. Don't trust it. Oops. I meant to do that. Okay, I figured that wouldn't work. Oh. Is that monkey flicking? I mean, monkeys flick poo, but it's flicking blue. Found chaos egg. Okay. I've got 2 eggs. I can't directly select them. I don't know what those other items in my inventory do. I can't directly select them. Can I scare the monkeys? No. Look, monkeys, it's a slinky. Doesn't that make you want to be my friend? Let's see. I'm going to have to slinky all the way to all of these. Nope.
What'd I miss?
Oh, not much. You missed some monkeys.
Ooh, monkeys. Hey, little boy, want to buy a monkey?
You know, I was trying to think earlier. I'm sure I've come across this, but I just can't think of an example off the top of my head of like any actual old games on a sprite-based system where your character is like. I'm assuming this is 8x8 pixel character, but it's in that ballpark. It's like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually a character is at least 16x16. Whoa! Whoa! No, get out! No!
Got those bats, those something, those crows. Like a crow.
Like a crow.
What is the next pledge game I'm planning to tackle?
Oh, someone asking?
Yeah. I feel like it might be Crystallis. I kind of started playing that on the Pocket, I think. But I was like, too busy playing Stellar Blade to remember where I was at.
Once I feel like I've cleared the games that I'm currently playing a bit.
What else is on your currently playing? What are you currently playing?
You know, I want to finish Fallout 4. And I kind of also need to go back and I also need to finish Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney 2. And will that go back up? No. And oh no. I'd like to also I mean, I'm sure it's pretty short. I'd also like to finish up Princess Peach Showtime. You know, I haven't played it since I played on the stream.
Oh wow.
So I might try to finish that as well. But yeah, I think that's the main things I wanted to clear off. And I was thinking once I've done that, I might stream Jack 2 and then, make that my start of that one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's possible I might start some other pledge game in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about Lufia also, Lufia 2.
Oh.
Which I forget was even on there until...
Wait. What?
Wait,
what did all
barely
that...
remember my pledge list for some reason.
Oh no! I think I
doing
was
so good
on autopilot and screwed up.
It's like I'm in bad shape with that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I've done only Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
I almost said Heavenly Sword.
I mean, at least Yakuza 4 is like, it's, a sizable game. I don't know, like, it's just interesting because maybe I'm just hitting this point in my life where it's like, I'm finding myself wanting to do more in a game than, just like get the ending credits and move on. Like, it's kind of nice, like doing more stuff, I guess.
Sure, it helps solidify the game more in your memory for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have found it very rewarding to play Stellar Blade again.
Yeah, I mean, when it's the right game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do that like super often, but like Kirby in the Forgotten Land, like, it was just like no question I was going to go for 100% of that. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was just like one of the best experiences. I mean that was one of my best gaming experiences of the past decade. I mean, my gosh, I loved that game.
Yeah, Stefan, I did my second playthrough, but now I got to do the non 100% playthrough. But I feel like I can blow through it pretty quickly. I guess I got to do the boss rush. I didn't realize that that boss rush that they added isn't actually like even a boss rush. You just fight the bosses, and you don't have to like do it in one run. Yeah, I normally don't start a game right after finishing either, but with Stellar Blade, I started it basically immediately. I started up another playthrough, and then when I finished it today, I was like, I'm going to start playing the first area again.
Well, I used to do that a fair bit, and then, obviously that wasn't so much of a thing after a point, but...
right, and I mean, it just makes me think, like, maybe I should...
do it more often. Well,
do that more often.
The last time I did that was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and like that was just like another where I was just like, I just had such a good time. I just had to do it again right away, and mostly like I started the new game because I was like, oh, okay, well, like how long would it take for me to get the trophy for like all the weapons?
Right.
And once I kind of felt that out, I'm like, well, dang it, I'm just gonna play the whole thing again on hard mode.
Yeah.
It was great.
I mean, I think it says a lot for Stellar Blade in that, like, I've not gotten sick of the music at all. Like, any of the music in it, like, after 70 hours, still is really, really good. Do you think that Nintendo will introduce a trophy as achievement system on Switch 2? I think they're long overdue for this. I feel like that they're not going to.
Yeah, and I feel like the moment for that stuff is kind of past as well. Like, I think they were really important to people, like, especially in the 360 PS3 generation, like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't really play Wii games because it's like, well, it's not contributing to my gamer score.
Right.
But where's the map? I haven't looked at the map in a long time. Oh, there's like little candle markers. Interesting. But like, I don't know, like, I feel like the moment for that has kind of passed because, you know, so much of the focus in the industry nowadays is like on the forever game. And,
right.
You know, yeah, like when games get expanded content, they get new trophies and stuff, but I feel like the idea of trophies is kind of embedded in this older notion of what games are, which is, you know, like, okay, I'm going to do everything in this game. And that's going to be marked on, you know, my achievements or trophies as a big accomplishment. I did everything in this game. And now, like, well, if you did everything in this game, then there's going to be more next month, you know? And like, that's, you know, I don't like that. I don't like that that's where so much stuff is going, but, you know, the only ongoing game I touch is Final Fantasy 14.
Wait.
See.
So, video game session is saying, I have renewed interest in this since Sony started giving away free PSN store credit for playing games you own and earning trophies. What?
Man, I gotta tell you what, I got kind of annoyed when I like actually signed up for, I ended up signing up for Game Pass on my own account because I had to have online play to do Xbox Series S version of Final Fantasy 14 for that DF video.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, like, but once I got that, like, it started doing this thing where it was like, every time I booted a game, it's like, hold the Xbox button to turn in your daily quest or whatever. It's like, daily quests for like on Game Pass. And I'm like, ugh.
But so PlayStation Stars.
But then I figured out how you could turn those notifications off. It was real dumb though. Is this where I came from?
How do you do that? Do you do it in the app? And how do you sign up for it? And how do I figure this out? I'm trying to figure it out right now. All right. Okay. So I see it right now. I'm looking at it. I'm like level 4. I have 2,442 points. Can your PlayStation Plus monthly? You know, my PlayStation Plus ends in like a week. It's like you can, with the discount, it's like you can now upgrade to PlayStation Plus, whatever like the next level up is. Because I have like the essential, like the lowest.
Yeah.
And so you can enjoy the next tier for 89 cents for the remaining like 12 days, I think it was at the time. Okay, so grab that side and start some of the campaigns. Okay, so you start these quests. Okay, so it looks like it automatically started some of these quests. PlayStation 3 console? I don't even know what it means. Wireless keyboard. PlayStation 4, you and your... This is neat. So, fire up any game on PS4 or PS5 to snag this. Okay, so how do you redeem these points? Like, and it's I'm level 4 apparently. Point history. I mean, it's 2,000. You also get some goofy awards like rotating trophies. I mean, is 2,442 points a lot? I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess I
Down here.
must have signed up for it at some point. Rare and above trophies, 150. So how do I redeem these points? Overview. PlayStation's loyalty program complete. I remember sign in. Okay, I'm gonna sign in, see what I can get. What can you earn with PlayStation Stars? There's digital collectibles and points. Click on point. I mean, I'm okay with that, but how? I mean, okay. So if I click on point history, it shows. Oh, points eligible for purchase.
Wait, there's a switch is not.
But how do I spend them?
It's not what I thought it was.
That's what I want to know is how can I spend them? And I want to know if I can get anything good.
I don't know. They have any quality $1 games like Froggo's Adventure?
Maybe.
Oh, whoa! I wasn't paying attention because I didn't realize that the wiener dog can go.
I know that's what I'm gonna do
down
if I
the tunnel.
PSN credit.
That was kind of creepy. All of the animals in this game have a really unsettling vibe about them. Okay. Ow. Okay, I don't think you can actually get down.
So do I just go through and like start all these quests, I guess? Okay, so if I
quack.
PSA, push the level 4 icon next to your name. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Campaigns, rewards. Oh, I can get a ratchet enamel pin.
Like a real one?
No, it's a digital collectible.
That's not an enamel pin.
You can get a pink monkey diorama.
Is it?
You can get a Robbit postcard.
A Robbit?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, cool. So, wow. So,
what's a Robbit? Oh, Robbit Mondu.
Yeah. Okay, so then there's PlayStation Store rewards. Or you can get Stellar Blade for 17,500 points.
Sounds like
Bloodborne. You can the old Hunters DLC. Helldivers 2. It's 10,000. Stardew Valley's 3,750. Or wallet funds, okay.
Wait a second, is that? Okay.
Dude, I can almost get $10 in PSN credit. You can get $5 for 1,250 points.
And this is from doing what?
Just being part of PlayStation Stars and like doing these quests. I mean, point history. What if I?
The fact that they frame it up as quests, that's what rubs me the wrong way, though. You know, it's like, oh, turn in this quest. Like every time I booted a game.
Well, think about it like this. I mean, I didn't even know I was even signed up for this, so obviously, it's not intruding on like my game at all.
I thought you just signed up for it, though.
No, apparently I've been signed up for it and have been. I'm level 4.
Is it because of? Did you choose a higher tier of PSN?
No, it's just like you just play your games and you earn trophies. And you know, by doing games, it's like some of the things that it's asking you to do is like so basic. It's like, oh, boot up a PlayStation 4 game. Or it like automatically registers you for like certain things.
Oh, is that one of the candles?
But I mean, that's pretty cool. Like I can get like $10. I mean, that almost pays more than half of Hi-Fi Rush that's on sale right now.
Oh.
I mean, think about it like that. Like it's just, ooh, you can do this when it says boot up your PlayStation 3.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they actually have one.
I'm like, that genuinely shocks me that one like got approved. Because I think they'd be like, oh no. We want people to forget about PlayStation 3.
You get it by playing any PS4 or PS5. Play any PS4 or PS5 for your PS3 collectible. It almost doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's just like giving you points for things you'd just be normally doing anyways.
It's too dark to see the map. That's funny.
Quest, update your PS3 firmware. Nah, it doesn't
Here
really
I
say
can
that.
do it.
That would be funny if it was.
Like, he actually like looks down at it. It's funny.
Oh, I can view my display case. What do I got? Oh my gosh, I have like all this stuff.
Is this on your phone?
Yeah, it's like an app on the phone. Ooh, what's this? You can add. I can add all this stuff to my display case. Look at this. I mean, this is unbelievable to me. That I've just like been doing this.
Well, I wonder if I have it too.
Maybe you do.
How do I find out?
I don't know. Like you gotta download. You have the PlayStation app.
I do.
Then it should be in there.
Well, I wanna look. Where do you go? Where'd you go in the app?
You should just have like I have a number next to my name.
Okay. What does that mean?
And then you touch that.
Oh wait, there's like a shiny blue and purple thing. Earn points and digital collectibles. Start your PlayStation Stars journey and earn rewards for completing campaigns. PlayStation Plus members also earn points on eligible
derailed the
store
entire
purchases.
stream now.
Redeem points. Points expire after 24 months after you earn them. Level up.
You got rewards. Does it say how many points you have?
Like, I really don't like, though, like, gamifying, like, just doing
It's
things.
invisible. Like, it's like...
Well, as long as it doesn't, like, notify me while I'm playing the system, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
Is this a new thing?
I think it's been around for a little while, but I mean... I mean, how many points does it say you have?
I don't know yet. Hang on. I'm level 1. Earn rare and above trophies and purchase full games on PlayStation Store to increase your
Maybe
stats.
you're
So
not
I'm
signed
not
up
going to
for
be
it.
purchasing very many full games on PlayStation Store.
But if it was like free,
Well,
money,
yeah, but like I'm
free
not going to be
money.
buying like $70 games for a digital copy. No way.
Even for free?
Well, I'd probably rather get more smaller games than get a digital $70 game.
But what if it was a $70 game that is digital only? Like, what if it was like Alan Wake 2?
Well, then maybe. Oops, I accidentally got out of the app. I've got a number 1.
Actually, where it's been around and no one uses them. Yeah. I mean, I like some of that stuff like shows up like on Windows even.
Rewards. Oh, okay. Collectibles. I don't fully. I don't know. I don't fully understand this. I'm too old for that.
I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot to understand. You just join and then it like, I don't know. It looks like it automatically registers you for certain things. I'm not sure.
Oopsie.
In terms of age, I feel like this is about as like easy as they could make it.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
exactly. It's
I'm
like,
not talking
I
about like how easy it is. I'm talking about the degree to which I can muster carrying.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna enjoy my free $10 and free $10 of games I can.
I mean,
get.
maybe it. I just can't. I can't think too hard about it while I'm streaming Animal Well.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's cool that like I must have signed up for it at some point, and
Who mentioned it?
Video Game Obsession, who is in fact older than both of us.
Well, there you go.
Although I don't feel like you're like that much older than me.
I mean, no, but I guess my point is like I don't know. I just recently saw like the whole like turn in your quest thing on Xbox. Every time I was like, oopsie. Every time I was booting up Fallout 4, and I'm just like, ugh.
It's very specific. I've thought about it. Like I've seen it. I'm like, oh, it shows it like the first time you play a game, like or like for that day.
Well,
You know?
yeah, but I was playing. I was playing. I was booting up Fallout 4. You know.
Yeah, I think it only happens
Every
if you're
day.
playing a game that is available on Game Pass.
Well, maybe that's it then.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm very close to getting $10. I can get 5, but I'm less than like 100. I'm less than 100 points away from getting another 5, and it looks like I can achieve a lot of these just by like booting up a PS4 or PS5 game.
I will say the fact that booting up your PS3 is included makes me feel a bit more fond of the whole endeavor, I suppose.
Check out any of one of the most wishlisted games on PlayStation Store and get a point boost in the process. I mean, I feel like I could easily get most of these by booting up like 1 or 2 games. That's cool. So I have a PS3 Super Slim, which is like my main one, and that one does not have the custom firmware. But I have a Slim that is hacked.
Can you not use your account?
No, it works. It works. It works like in the same way it works with the PSTV and Vita.
It spoofs it, right?
Yes.
It tells PSN, actually, I do have this firmware. Right?
Right.
I think that's how it does it.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Ah! But I thought there was a path over there.
I still got to do that. I want to put the SSD in my original Xbox. I feel like that's like an afternoon, perhaps, to figure out how to swap that. I wish that I could just connect an SSD and like to the Xbox and just duplicate it over by using like a controller port to USB and a USB to SATA device. Because I have a 1 terabyte SSD that I want to put in it, just sit next to it. I just don't want to break anything. Can you clone the drive? Can you clone the drive within the tools though, so that it puts the correct drive key on there? Like I don't know if that's like included with the newer versions of the Rocky 5. I love that the Rocky 5 Xbox hack. Love that it's called Rocky 5. That'd be slow, but I mean, I'd let it go like overnight or a couple days. I don't mind that, just as long as I can swap the drive then afterwards. That Explorer.
Man, remember using the oh crap. Remember using the PS3 backup utility to back up to a external USB drive? It's so slow.
Oh, here we go. The Xbox 360 memory unit driver. What is this? Oh, this is what I used to back up my saves.
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Was that? I thought you were talking about original Xbox though.
I am, but I think that this, it just says the Xbox 3. I used it to back up my Xbox saves before, but there's something for, you can do something with the Xbox 360 memory unit in this. The 3.0 beta, here it is.
You know, I went to a couple of game stores yesterday, and I went to the Grid, and they've got a modified version of they used to have like buy 2 get 1 on all games, which meant like you could get really crazy deals if it was like, you know, if they had some more valuable stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only time I really took advantage of that to any great degree was I got Turtles in Time, Blackthorn, and Klonoa 2, which the most expensive of those was like $40. I think Blackthorn turtles were like $40, and
Blackthorn. I have Blackthorn.
Yeah, I think Klonoa 2 was $35. So I got Klonoa 2 for free.
Oh, nice.
That was
Blackthorn.
That was a while ago though. But anyway,
I love that name.
Oh, so that's so weird that you can't jump on that mouse like you can. That's annoying.
Just use Chimp. Rockets will walk you through cloning your drive after you soft mod it. Okay, I think I have Chimp on there. Like it's already installed.
But anyway, all right. Anyway, geez, this mouse is scary. Whew. But anyway, so now they have buy two get one on all games under $20. So it's nice that they brought that back to some extent. That's still a pretty good deal. So anyway, I want to get some free stuff. So you know what I got? I got Connect Sports Rivals just because it's a Rareware game, right?
You know, I might. Is it?
It is. It says rare on the cover.
Okay.
Eventually, someday, right? And remember I got that $5 Xbox One Connect at Milwaukee, which is like perfect condition. Like,
because nobody used it.
I know, but like you had to use it at first, but the grid, I mean, usually has pretty good prices on stuff, but they were selling it. They were selling Connects for a lot more than that. I feel like I got a good deal. But anyway, so I just got that because, why not?
Yeah.
But what's whoa, this is scary.
Whoa. That is.
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
Oh, his head comes after you?
Yes. Whoa.
Ooh, big.
But anyway, what was funny is, I mean, I thought this was, I thought this was the case, but I wasn't sure. Man, it's kind of annoying how much I have to redo to like get these, because I don't know where else I can flip the switch to get down there quickly. But anyway, yeah, so I knew this was probably the case, but you cannot use Kinect on Xbox Series, which I was pretty sure that was the case, but it's funny. I popped the game in my Series X just out of curiosity. And it's funny to put an Xbox One game in a Series X and it says this game cannot be played here. Although actually, what's really, it actually worded it in a really awkward way, because I think it said like, do this or maybe try this game on an Xbox Series X. So I think it was displaying the message for like installing a Xbox Series X only game on an Xbox One. Because like they figure the likelihood of someone trying to install a Kinect game on Xbox Series X is so unlikely that it's the same message as if you were to install a Series X game on an Xbox One. Because it says try inserting, I think it says something like try inserting the disc again, or insert into an Xbox Series X, even though I was inserting it into an Xbox It was just weird because normally all Xbox One games are compatible on Series X. So it was just funny.
There's $5 from Matthew saying thank you, saying looking for an older 2007 truck, still pricey, especially in okay shape, stick shift and working 4-wheel drive. Brave Fencer Musashi Forever and presented by Data East.
Presented by Data East.
You know,
creative staff.
We got a new car, or a new used car in I think it was February.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, our Equinox was dying.
Right. I for some reason I thought you'd taken care of it a while back.
No, I mean we got a used one, and it was like a wholly annoying situation, and it continues to be annoying. And I feel really bad. I mean, it's not like my primary car. There's a lot of things that we like about it, but it is like it was such a bad experience. Like buying a car, like it was just like such a bad experience.
Why? How so?
Well, because they will essentially like tell you anything you want to hear.
Oh, sure.
Get you to go for it, and then they basically keep you there all day.
Ugh.
To go through all that stuff, and by the time it's almost
I strongly dislike salesmen.
Like wearing you down, so that when the time comes for you to like sign for it, you've invested all like this time, and you're just want to get out of there, and then they don't even give you like the stuff that they said that they were promising you, and then there's like problems like they like add in all this stuff, and it's like more expensive than you thought it was going to be. It's just like continues to like annoy us.
You know, it's
and then there's like this rattling, and then we took it in there like less than 2 months after we got this car, right?
Was it new or used?
And it's like, oh, this aspect is not covered under like the thing that you signed for. So it like cost us $2,000 to get that fixed. It's like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It reminds me of John was telling me when I was in Germany. He was saying that you know, like John like can speak like, you know, everyday German, like enough to like, you know, check out at the grocery store or, you know, order in a restaurant, right? But he's like not very good at like conversational, you know, actually use German for real. And he said that, you know, they really figured out that that's like kind of to their advantage when they are doing things like dealing with salespeople or bankers or, you know, anything like that, because, you know, his wife will say like, well, can we speak in English for my husband's benefit? And like, you know, most people can speak English, but like not with enough nuance to like really like try to, you know, make the deal sound better than it is. Right. Yeah. So you get the straight answer, because they'll just like, when they're speaking in English, like they'll just tell it like it is and not try to like, you know, make it sound like a good deal. But, you know, I mean, talking about looking for an older truck, you know, I remember Drum was saying a while back, like he would like to get a truck, but like trucks are so big now, like too big. And that maybe that's why Matthew's looking for an older truck. Cause like, I remember, you know, my dad had
they're just gigantic.
He had a blue,
and then they cost $120 to fill up the gas tank.
He had a blue manual stick shift Ford pickup truck for a long time when I was growing up. I mean, I have no idea what year it was. It was definitely, I'm sure it was an 80s model. It was definitely not 90s. It was definitely 80s. I don't know if it was possibly older, but he had that for like, you know, my whole life, as far as I can remember, up until like high school. Like he had that forever. And you know, that is just like my image of like what a classic, what a truck is. But they're all like so like bulbous now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, and everybody who drives one has to back into their parking space, and it just takes so much longer. It drives me crazy. Like,
I'm sure that their actual like
I know it's such a minor thing, but
I know their like actual capacity, I'm sure is comparable to what it used to be, but they just like they look so like bulbous that it looks like they wouldn't hold as much. I don't know if that's true, but but like I don't know, like to me, like a truck is not like, it's not meant to be like a, you know, a fancy premium car or anything. Like a, you know, a truck is meant to be, you know, used and abused.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but I mean,
idea of wanting an older one.
Some people were saying that we should have had them write down everything that they were putting in there and then like walked out. And I mean, we talk about it every day. Like every day, my wife is like, "I wish I had just walked out."
Yeah, well,
but that I think that they gamble on that. They like say like, "Well, we're gonna keep them here all day."
And it's like you've got like a sunk cost of time
and you've
and
already
energy.
your time, and also you've already like cleaned out your old car, like got everything out of it, and it like started the process of like trading that in for credit towards it. It's like they.
So wait, was it a new car or a used car?
No, it was a used car.
Okay. But it's been problematic.
2020. But it's just the entire experience of getting it.
Right. But I mean, how has the car been other than that rattle you had to fix?
That we had to fix. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I can't stand that every time you turn it on, it says like the screen on it says like, you know, we can't connect to your phone. Do you want us to try again? And you have to actively hit no. It doesn't time out and go away. Like, I hate that you have to hit no every single time. I mean, it's just like and I tried to turn it off, and there's like no way to do that. I don't know. Like, it was
about bunnies now.
And I like Dimension. I get that. You know, we probably should have gone in. Like, we had an idea of what we wanted, but I think that we found one and like, oh, we like this one, and then they started like, you know, like my wife wanted this and this, and like, oh, we can get that for you. We can do that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
and then like,
you know, Dementium says here, like, last time I bought a new car, I knew exactly what I want. I had no issue at the dealership. I had a very similar experience, I would say. Like, I knew I wanted a Subaru, and because you know I had a great experience with my Outback, and you know the salesman like very much got my vibe. I think of just like, well, I don't care about this. I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth anyway, so you can't, you know, so. And my parents were with me anyway because to prevent me from doing anything stupid, because I really don't understand like any of that, like car stuff and all the finance and stuff like that. I need a little help with some of that stuff sometimes, but
I mean, I think that things are different. Like it's like, especially since COVID, like things are like a little bit different.
Yeah, but they basically got
and prices are higher.
Yeah,
and it's
they got my vibe of like I know what I want. You know, I'm not like overly interested in any of this, so you're not going to get me to go like, ooh, maybe I want this. You know, the Outback, the new Outbacks were way too expensive, and so I was like, all right, well, I'll test drive a Forester. I'm like, yep, this is fine, let's do it. And it was no problem.
Yeah. It's just, you know, like, we didn't know how much longer our Equinox was going to last. It needed a new transmission. It was like not going to last very much longer. And it would have cost more to get it fixed than it was worth. So that's why we needed to trade it. But I mean, we just talk about it a lot. Like, we wish that we had
not done it.
Well, I mean, we just walked out of there.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it now. We got a Nissan Pathfinder, I think. And the big thing that is like really cool about it is that it has a third row. And that's like especially useful for if we have like a lot of kids in the car. Like if we pick up like our kids and like their friends. Like that was kind of the main thing we were looking for. Was a third row.
All right. Well, is that going to do it?
Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Hopefully everybody liked how this game looked. I'm definitely interested in. I didn't pay super close attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I spoiled a lot of discovery or anything like that in it because there's definitely a different mindset. At least I find, like, between like looking at a game on stream, like especially a sort of exploration-based game. Like I don't really map it out in my head when I'm watching it is to the same extent I would be if I'm like engaged with it and playing it myself.
Right.
So I don't think we spoiled anyone on too much. I mean, it's got a real cool vibe.
Yeah.
And the Slinky is like a brilliant. I'm just like so taken by that idea. Like I never would have thought of that, and yet it's like so obvious. What a great idea. I love that. I think though I'm probably not going to continue playing it on Steam for now. Like I'm glad I got this like taste of it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to wait for my physical Switch copy to come to pick it back up.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who donated, and I hope everyone has a great week.
Yep. And I'm going to be starting The Messenger on the Backloggery stream tomorrow. Ooh. We blocked that out for 3 weeks. I don't know if that's going to be enough though, because it's kind of a long game, isn't it?
It's longer than you'd expect.
Right. Well, I've known that it's longer than I'd expect for years, so I might be overestimating how long it is, but we'll see. Anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Take care.
See you next time.